Uh-oh, she's not live. I'm sorry. Hold on. Now we're live. Thank you, Lauren. And that's Lauren there, our producer, who's awesome. And without her, I wouldn't be here, or I don't think any of us would be here, really. And Jeff, of course. But any case, welcome, Colm. How are you, buddy? How's it
Harry,
going?
do you know you took the words out of my mouth that none of us would be here. That's true. How are you
That's
doing, brother? How are
I'm
you?
doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are things over in my native land of the Emerald Isle there?
Yeah, things. Yeah, the home of good soda bread. Although I heard you make a mean one, so
I do. I
yeah,
must say I really do.
yeah,
But we'll have to share that one day
yeah. That's one that's yet to be tested.
with
No, everything is great, Harry. Yeah, on a personal note, I have a Christmas song coming out in a couple of weeks with the great Charlie McGettigan,
oh
who was a
wow.
former guest on the show here, and maybe I'll play you a little bit of that at some point in the
And a
show.
Eurovision winner as well, right? Correct?
Yeah, 1994. I was all of one when he won. Um, but an incredible guy. In the past week, we've just been recording promos for radio and for TV and for stuff like that. So it's been exhausting, and it's the kind of work that my mother wouldn't call work, but it is work. You know. So
Yes. Yes. So welcome. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drag let's get Lauren. Can we get our other guest in around here? And we're gonna start the show with Colm. We'll gonna move over to Otto, if you could spotlight Otto for us. And then we have new to our show is Dave Mason, the other Dave Mason. And of course we have our old favorite here, John Lynch from Ireland as well, and Dave is from Scotland. So I'm gonna scoot out of the way, and I'm gonna ask Colm to kick the show off. We're gonna do a songwriters in the round. So it'll be Colm, Otto, Dave, and John. So I'm gonna get out of the way because people aren't here to listen to me. And Colm, it's all yours, buddy. Thank you.
there's probably more people here to listen than you think, Harry. It's great to be here and great to be kicking off the show. I'm Colm Gavin. For those of you who are new to my own particular brand of misery, I'm going to kick off with a little tribute to the birthday girl, and then I'm going to work it into a song that I co-wrote with Jeff's Place stalwart Quiva Byrne. Quiva's a fantastic songwriter and an incredible singer in her own right, and someone who has a great ear for melody, but also a keen eye for lyrics, or a keen ear for lyrics, if you'd say. And she'd said to me that she always wanted to. I kind of write in the jazz songwriter format, although I dip in and out of folk quite a bit too. And she had said to me that she'd always wanted to write something with a kind of a jazzy flavor to it. And so we came up with this little piece that I'm going to play for you now. I'm going to take off my headphones to do it so I don't get any feedback in my ears.
Well,
But I'm going to start. I'm going to start off with a little nod to our birthday girl, Michelle. Michelle, my belle, these are words which go together well. My Michelle, Michelle, my belle, sont les mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. I love you, I love you, I love you. That's all I've got to say. Until I find a way, I won't say the only words I know that you will understand. Who's to say the autumn's breeze won't blow a chill? And who's to say the winter rain won't flood my windowsill? The old folks pass and say we're much too young to fall. But I ask, who's to say we couldn't have it all? You can say that you and I aren't meant to be, will change. Our love's all that you see. Sing me sweet songs, make all our dreams a work of art. But darling, who's to say that you won't break my heart? Remember the night you got egg on your face and you said, what a fright I must see. I didn't say then, but in all honesty, you looked frightfully perfect to me. La-di-da, la-da-da-da-dee-da-da, la-da-da, ska-boo-da-boo-dee-boo-da-boo-da, da-da-da, la-da-dee-da-da-da-da, da-da. Oh, who's to say that you won't break my heart? If we say the storm won't run this ship aground, we can stay inside this solemn harmony we found. Sing me sweet songs, make all our dreams a work of art. Darling, who's to say that you won't break my heart? Who's to say that you won't break my heart?
Wow.
Wow.
Colm, that was
great.
awesome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a million.
Very nice, Colm.
Thanks, John Boy.
Oh, that was great.
That was good stuff, man. Wow, what a way to start off the show. All right, cool. I'm going to pass the torch. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, she's yelling all day long. I'm going to get yelled at. I hear it already.
Just get used to it.
I'm telling you.
It's going to be.
I'm telling you. Oh. Anyway, you need to say something, Lauren? I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to pass it over to her. Colm, pass it on over to Otto, and I'm going to shut up again.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. And it's always a pleasure to be here and to play for you. Was it the last week? Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah.
We were all here for the 2-year anniversary, which is insane. But yeah, I've had some computer problems lately. So this time I'm at my piano, which is like in the corner of my room and where it's not very lit. It's not lit very well. But I could either sing a song that's on the upcoming album, or I could sing a brand new one it's so new that it's not even on the album. Maybe you guys pick. What do you think?
I'm going to say dealer's choice. What do you guys say?
Do a world's first.
Okay. Let's go sad. Okay. This song is called Hate My Mind, which is a really, really depressing title. But it's about sort of self-doubt and reflection and that kind of, the song was kind of written in that spirit. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, there's also a live version on YouTube of me sat at this piano playing it as well. It's nothing. If I say it, then it's something. I'm wondering but it's not what I want to do. I'm just human after all. It's eating me up, this feeling, it's beating me down, my heart feels small. I'm just human after all. Oh, I hate my mind, the way it haunts. When you're everything I ever want. Deceiving, my mind keeps repeating in circles and circles around my brain. The outcome is always the same. It is all me, I'm aware, I'm comparing some seeds growing inside my mind. And you are my sunshine. Oh, I hate my mind, the way it haunts. When you're everything I ever
Otto, that was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And
Wow.
Really good.
This really unconventional thing where even though you're in A flat, your tonic always seemed to feel like C, which is lovely. It kind of it added to the sentiment of the song, so there's this nice almost imbalance, but good imbalance. I mean, like it adding to the sort of the almost indecisiveness of the lyric. But that was so beautiful. So thank you. It was gorgeous.
Who was your influences, Otto? Who was there?
I guess it's quite weird because I don't. I'm currently working with Dave Stewart. He's like producing all of the stuff that I'm doing at the moment. But writing wise, it's quite weird. Like I don't really draw like crazy because it's quite weird because like for me, songs that I listen to will end up like narrating parts of my life. So I'll end up like really deep diving into one artist. So like I deep dived into like Bon Iver or Bon Iver, however you want to say his name, or their name, I guess, like Justin Vernon, his stuff, just because he like self-produced all of his albums, and it was sort of kind of like I don't know, his like the lore behind his music I found really interesting, and his voice is incredible. But yeah, I think like him, a couple other people. I love Bob Dylan. Obviously, Bob Dylan's great. But yeah, there's quite a few songwriters that I love.
You can certainly hear the mix there.
Yeah.
Right?
And Nick Drake, Otto?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Very good.
Yeah. Oh, that was lovely. Gosh, very different to the stuff I do. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Anyway. But that's what it's all about. Yeah. So
take it away, Dave. It's all yours. Thank you, Otto.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So my name's Dave. You can hear I don't have a Scottish accent at all. So my parents emigrated from the UK to Johannesburg when I was 7 years old. So I spent 30 years in South Africa from the early 70s through to the mid 90s. Then I just recently returned to the UK from Cincinnati in Ohio. So spent a few years living in America. So anyway, it's that time of the year, I guess. This is a little song about the harvest. I do mostly folk music, and so a lot of the folk sessions I was going to on Zoom, pretty much like in real life, often have themes. And a couple of years ago, I went to I signed up for a folk session, and I didn't read the email through. And when I arrived, I found that they were looking for a theme of the harvest. So I quickly wrote this. So it's a little song called "The Bounty of the Harvest." So. Days are getting shorter, nights are closing in. The farmers are out working in the field. Mornings feeling colder, soon there will be frost again, when the bounty of the harvest is revealed. Pray for sunshine, hope for rain, cherished farmers, give us grain. Squashes, pumpkin and potato will sustain us in our need. Barley, wheat and corn, our trusty shield. Every autumn tells of fables, expectations we'll exceed, when the bounty of the harvest is revealed. Pray for sunshine, hope for rain, cherished farmers, give us grain. Yet the busy, struggling farmers work each day without a care, like soldiers toiling on the battlefield. Without rifle, without armor, victory will soon be theirs, when the bounty of the harvest is revealed. Pray for sunshine, hope for rain, cherished farmers, give us grain. Pray for sunshine, hope for rain, cherished farmers, give us grain. Now life is somewhat like the harvest, days of sunshine and of rain. Our circumstances like the fallow field. Our friends are like the blessed farmer, their seeds of love will ease our pain. With this love our bruises will be healed. So pray for sunshine, hope for rain, cherished farmers, give us grain. Pray for sunshine, hope for rain, cherished farmers, give us grain. There we go, the bounty of the harvest.
Love that.
That was gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you very much.
in lyric and musically as well. I could definitely pick up a little bit of John Denver, both in your finger picking style and in the lyric. Kind of
Yeah.
reminds me
Yeah, I
of,
was getting-
a song called Matthew. Beautiful.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I was getting a lot of Guy Clark there, Dave.
I definitely heard the John Denver and a bit of Harry Chapin in there as well.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, I love
was
the
thinking-
folk music.
Yeah. Very nice.
Very cool.
Thank you.
I love that little run, the do.
Yeah, that's nice.
Lovely. Gorgeous.
Lovely. Nice little harmony going on there, Dave, as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, little Boss VE2.
Yeah.
I thought you had someone under the desk or something.
Yeah.
I got myself. I got a Boss Acoustic Pro player. Don't know if you've seen those ones. It's an acoustic amp, but it has the vocal input as well, and you can turn the harmony on and off with a foot switch. It's very good.
I find them great if you're strumming, but when you're picking, they really battle to pick up the correct harmony. But anyway,
Oh,
there we
that's
go.
true. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, like yourself, Dave, I'm a bit of a folky. But I write all my music in the Irish folk genre. And like Otto, a lot of the songs I would write, they're self-narrating, so they're based on experience. Basically, I need to connect to something before I can write about it, you know. But this one is called London Bridge. I think it's the first song I ever sang on Jeff's place, and it's just about a time when I worked in England. I worked in London for 15 years. And London's a very anonymous place to be sometimes when you're on your own. Especially crossing London Bridge at 8 a.m. with everybody with their earpods stuck in and their head bent into the phone. Anyway, here we go. It's 8 a.m. I'm crossing London Bridge into a world my mind's imprisoned in. Is this life real? Is this what I become? Well, it's taken me out from what I should have done. I miss my love, I miss her desperately, and I'm thinking of her, and if she still loves me. And I've walked these London streets before in the raining cold. I've faced my fears, drank your beer, and I left in tears. You animal, you stripped my soul and left me bare. And I'll promise I'll be back again. Just to stay here. Oh, yeah. Down Leadenhall Street, where all the businessmen meet, it's crisp and cold, and there's dreams to be sold. I can't comprehend how you smiled and pretend, and then say to my face things you want me to hear. There are things I can take, even things I can fake, and once it's crossed, all my trust is lost. And I've walked these London streets before in the raining cold. drank your beer and I left in tears. And you, animal, you stripped my soul and left me bare. And I'll promise I'll be back again, so swear. Oh, oh, It's 8 a.m. I'm crossing London Bridge.
Gorgeous,
So
John.
good.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Good. As we say.
Oh, you're right there. London is just like that, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
very impersonal. Yeah.
Yeah. And like on the other hand, I love it. You know, it's a great town. It's a great town when you've no work to do.
Yeah, and it's just so cosmopolitan and everything's happening. It's just great. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, wait, does this work now? It goes me again.
No, we'll go back to Colm.
Oh, I see what you mean now. I thought I was going in reverse.
Right. But I love that song, John. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, thanks, Harry. Appreciate that.
For sure. And back to you for a second, Dave. Dave, what was that piece? It sounded like someone was underneath your desk singing too. What was that? What did you use?
That's a Boss vocal harmonizer. It's called a VE2, Victor Echo 2.
Gotcha. Yeah, because when Otto said sounded like someone was under your desk, I was like, yeah, I thought I heard another vocal there. That beautiful stuff. It's Boss. Yeah. So anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt, but interesting fact there. But thank you.
You know, one of the amazing things about these Zoom sessions, and I'm sure Colm will agree with me here, and maybe Otto, I don't know, but you know, I've been doing these Zoom sessions for like 3 years now, maybe even longer. But right at the beginning, I was very fortunate that there was a group that I was involved with in the northeast of England who, even though I was living in the US, who were very much into the specifics of getting a good sound on Zoom and whatever, and we tinkered with a lot of different things and whatever, and it's really possible to get a great sound on Zoom, and a lot of people don't realize that. So anyway, just a by the by, Harry, because you know, these little things that I've added over the months and the years are just because of things that we've experimented with.
Yeah, that's and same here. Same goes here. We're always, you know, that's why we're asking. So great. That's a great additive there, Dave. Thank you very much, buddy.
Yeah, you're so right, Dave. To be honest with you, what I have is sort of something that's more like to talk with, but it does the job. And I swore that I wasn't going to invest any major money into online concerts, because surely by the end of 2020 they'll all be a thing of the past, and how wrong was I? But John, that was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, and I adore your work, but you're
Thanks, Colm.
you're so incredible at painting pictures, and that that image of coming over London Bridge in the early hours of the morning just it invokes so many colours and so many different feelings, because I know we've discussed this at length, but especially when you feel like you're doing something and you'd rather be doing something else, like you said, London's a great town when you don't have work to do.
Exactly.
And you paint that beautifully, John.
Thanks, Colm.
Gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to do a tune, and it's the closer on my most recent EP, the 1992 tapes. And sometimes, if I haven't found the heart of the song yet, I go through whatever the internal dialogue is. So sometimes, and in this instance, it is the case, this is a song called Your Little Corner of the Moon, and I call it a sequence of bad dates and the dialogue therein. And sometimes if you just follow through with the conversation or try and say what's happening in the moment, the words find themselves one way or another. And I'll play it for you. It's called Your Little Corner of the Moon. 7 wonders in this world, then you must be the 8th. She said I only ordered rice, now it seems there's cheese here on my plate. I said I guess that's not the kind of thing that you'd hear on a first date. But if I didn't say it now, I never will. She had the kind of eyes that poets from Alaska write about, that could freeze you with one glance, but that you'd burn inside without. And as her feet would glide down Main Street, all the boys would scream and shout, I hope there's someone out there screaming for her still. And all the girls eat mashed potatoes, and I swallow humble pie. A problem shared is a problem still, I don't need to tell you why. Her cage door's standing open, but she won't rest until she flies to her little corner of the moon. It was late September, I recall. There was gold beneath our feet, and by circumstance I learned to dance in her arms out in the street. And the fragrance of her hair gave off the taste of something sweet. I'd have stayed right there forever if I could. She said that love is like a lottery, as the red lights fade to blue. I don't know what it is I'm searching for, but tonight perhaps it's you. Still I don't want the kind of heart that sticks to my shirt sleeves like glue. And then she kissed me like she thought I understood that all the girls eat mashed potatoes as I swallow humble pie. A problem shared is a problem still, I don't need to tell you why. Her cage door's standing open, but she won't rest until she flies to her little corner of the moon. I wanted to say from the time we started, I'm not only here till the rain has parted, that I'll always be true and I'm open-hearted, and it's open just for you and everything you do. If you can do that too. Oh, but she just smiled and said, think of us as passing ships that weren't ever meant to sail. There's such a high price for the quiet life, and my freedom's not for sale. I'm just a wild wind that won't reduce itself to a passing summer gale. If this were any other time, perhaps I would. It's only 3 weeks since she left. Now there's a cold chill in the air. There's not a trace of her on Main Street, but I still see her everywhere. And Mama told me she'll come back, son, if you just act like you don't care. Still I know this time goodbye meant bye for good. And all the girls eat mashed potatoes, and I swallow humble pie. A problem shared is a problem still, and I don't need to tell you why. But every night it seems in my wildest dreams it's always she and I in her little corner of the moon. In her little corner of the moon.
Lovely,
Thanks,
Colm.
I love that one. That was one of your favorites, I think, of mine. Or
That was
one of my
absolutely
favorites.
awesome.
That was incredible.
Thanks.
Those lyrics are just great. Oh,
Thanks a million.
wow.
Thanks a million.
Wow.
Love that, Colm.
Thanks, John.
My wife actually, Colm, when we were down in the Oris and we done a few gigs down there,
Oh, yeah.
my wife was there and she's a big fan of your stuff, and so am I. But it's kind of, there's a theatrical vein runs through that, you know. It's excellent. Really
Thanks,
love that.
John. Thanks a million. Really appreciate it, man.
But come here, before I forget, right? There's a song you sang that night. It was about one of your school teachers, I think, a fella called Stephen.
Peter. Right.
Peter, is it?
Yeah.
If I know you probably have something prepared, but I know you've done that on the piano that night.
That's the one that goes
Yeah.
I'll do that next. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you made me eyes sweat a little bit that night.
Oh, did I? Okay. Well, that's all. There's no harm in that. So
Ah, look, it's all good. That
absolutely.
was brilliant, Colin. Thanks.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it. I think it's over to you, Otto.
Amazing. Cool. Yeah, that was insane. I really loved that.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah, incredible. I feel like we're joining each other on the pianos as well, which is cool. Yeah, this is one that isn't released yet. I think I put like a little live YouTube video up of it recently. So if you do like it, yeah, again, there's a YouTube video lying around somewhere. But this one's called Watch You Go. And I was like fortunate enough to find someone that I had a really spectacular Watch You Go connection with. I was like it didn't fortunate as long as I would like find someone that I had a really spectacular Watch You Go. This is Watch You Go connection with. I was like fortunate enough to like find someone that had a really spectacular Watch You Go. This is Watch You Go connection with. I was like fortunate enough to like find someone that had a really spectacular Watch You Go. This is Watch You Go connection with. I was like fortunate enough to like find someone that had a really spectacular. Yeah, this is Watch You Go connection. We'd make some plans, couple years we'd have our own place out in the sun, and that is where we'll stay. But we're living on a dream, and that is what you mean when you say I love you. Put yourself there, the fire in my heart. We fell out, in and out of love, and now I'm just some freak in your twisted, moving show. I've waited my whole life just to watch you go. We try our best to untangle situations. We'd hold back our hearts with our heads through heavy conversations. You're not living in the now. You might be too young for me, 'cause you're living in your dreams. At least that is what you mean when you say I could never love you. You put yourself there, the fire in my heart. We fell out, in and out of love, and now I'm just some freak in your twisted, moving show. I've waited my whole life just to watch you go. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Brilliant.
Brilliant, Otto. It was gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
That is awesome. Very, very nice.
You have a beautiful range on your voice, Otto.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a hell of a lot. Cheers.
I remember when I used to have a big range. Kind of diminishes,
too.
you know. Gets lower and lower, goes down in your boots as you get older, you know. It's excellent. Brilliant stuff, Otto.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great, Otto. I just, I'm very aware of how different subject matter and presentation is different between Colm and yourself and myself, because I'm, very different. But it doesn't mean that I don't get inspired by what you guys do. It's a lesson that I learned quite late in life, that we get inspired by listening to other musicians, and just such clever lyrics and clever use of music with the lyrics. So it's. I'd like to dedicate this next song to the people of the Ukraine. I think everyone sitting here tonight at the beginning of the year would never have imagined what is happening in Ukraine now would have ever have happened, but and it's still happening, and there are still a lot of people in the Ukraine who are suffering quite a lot. I wrote this song about 2 days after the Russians invaded the Ukraine, and I try and sing it on a regular basis just to remind myself more than anything else that it's still going on. And anyway, a little song for Ukraine here. The Day the Soldiers Came. The earth was shaken by despair, a growl like thunder in the air, and I wondered then and there where I might be tomorrow. I packed a suitcase in the dark. A crowd had gathered in the park. I walked out of this life that had once been mine to borrow. War is never just a game, with tanks that crush and shells that maim. This song I sing is for Ukraine, the day the soldiers came. I hurried down a city street, panicked, shouting, running feet. Told myself to stay calm, that I shouldn't be too hasty. I saw the damage bleak and stark. I heard a dog's grief-stricken bark. As a thought flew through my mind, would we both get to safety? War is never just a game. We point the finger, lay the blame, then watch the newsreels frame by frame the day the soldiers came. For us sweet summer rain, spring flowers only on our graves, far beyond the barren ruins of this senseless Armageddon. For we never heard nor did we see death high above the cruel debris. Life just ceased for us all in one shining second. War is never just a game, and every time we fight it ends the same. Libya, Iraq, and now Ukraine. Why must my freedom be your pain? I wonder why things never change. History repeats itself again. I sit heartbroken, filled with shame, while armies stand up and take aim. Your heroes wither in the flame the day the soldiers came. Here we go, the day the soldiers came.
I love that, Dave. That was brilliant.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Really loved that. I wrote a song, something similar to that, about Ukraine subject matter. That's fantastic.
Gorgeous,
Really
Dave. Kind of put me in mind of The Seekers too. I don't know why. Just kind of, I don't know whether it was the melody or it was just the lovely melody playing and the finger picking, but it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely, Dave. Thank you. And John, on this one, we'll actually, you got two coming up now, so you'll do the U-turn on this turn.
Oh, I see.
So you got two songs there. Thank you, buddy.
Okay, thanks, Harry. Okay, don't think I've ever done this song on Jeff's place before, but Colm actually reminded me of it last week. It's a story of a young man called Dara Carroll. And he got it into his head, one traditional Norwegian sailing ship and come down from Norway to Ireland. Reason being, he wanted to bring an ancient flame from fire he was meditating on. And, you know, in the days of the Vikings and the Celts, etc., you know, we in Ireland especially, we would have, you know, had mythical gods, etc. So there's a centre of Ireland and it's called Ishnok. And it's a spiritual centre of Ireland, and it's where the goddess Era is actually buried. And that's where we get the name Era for Ireland. So a lot of the gods in Ireland were female. They were head of the clans. They were the bosses. Still are in Ireland, I have to say. Rightly so, because I'm going under the washer line now when I get off this. But anyway, this is called Ishnok, and it tells the story of Dara Carroll bringing this flame on a traditional vessel that he never sailed before in his life, and he only used the wind to get here. From the north he brought the flame to bring the power back again to the center of the land, for every woman, child and man. And in the North Sea gale, in the small boat and sail, he kept the flame on board the Rhine to Ishnook was his plan. To Ishnook. Heading to Ishnook was his plan. He set sail from the fjord with the sacred flame on board. Strong winds drove him underground. Oh, how kind ranger's help he found. And in the North Sea gale, in a small boat and sail, he kept the flame on board the Rhine, and he was heading to Ishnook was his plan. To Ishnook, heading to Ishnook was his plan. After 2 months, he left the island with no engine, single hand, just using nature's truth and honor, with fire, earth, wind and water. And in the North Sea gale, in a small boat and sail, he kept the flame on board the Rhine, and he was heading to Ishnook was his plan. To Ishnook, heading to Ishnook was his plan. Heading west, he set a course to meet on land the cart and horse. A journey through our mystic past, and the flame of hope was home at last. And in the North Sea gale, in a small boat and sail, he kept the flame on board the Rhine, and he was heading to Ishnook was his plan. To Ishnook, heading to Ishnook was his plan.
Love
Thank
that.
you.
Isn't it? It reminded me of, do you know The Cottager's Reply? The song? Oh, I
No.
can't remember who it's by. Oh my God. Google it because it's a really good song and it reminded me of that. It was incredible.
Oh,
Loved
thank
that.
you.
It's funny, Otto, because a similar one that it reminded me of was Lord Franklin, the old traditional
Oh yeah.
piece. There's something in, I don't know whether it was the story or combination of that with the melody, but it was gorgeous, gorgeous. And when you have anything like that that has a timeless quality, you know you've got something good. Fair play, John.
Thanks.
Gorgeous,
Thank you. Thanks, lads.
gorgeous.
Me again, is
Okay.
it?
Yeah, your turn again, John, and then we'll shoot it back over to Dave. We'll go that way.
Okay. This is a song. I'm going to release it next year, and I've only ever played it here once or twice at a gig, I think. But it's actually had a very good impact. And it's about there's an old ESB. ESB is a power station, right, in Ireland and in Dublin. And there's two red and white towers that you see as you leave Dublin Port. I don't know, they're probably about, maybe 150 metres high each. But as you leave Dublin Port, it's the last thing you see, and it kind of tugs at your heartstrings a little bit. And as you come back into Dublin, they're standing there, and they always remind me of bouncers, you know. What are you coming in here for? So I nicknamed them the Guardians. And I wrote this song about them, so I hope you like this one. We walked the south wall hand in hand. Those two towers of red and white they stand. They're watching over us, they stand the ground like guardians over Dublin town, Dublin town, Dublin town. In 1970, they raised the towers, the ESB. You see them standing both north and south, across the bay to Sandy Mount, Sandy Mount, Sandy Mount. The mighty ship it arose by me, sailing far across the sea. These stacks that made electricity, standing guard over you and me. You and me. From Shelly Banks to seedy old oil tanks, they're empty now and filled with hollow sound. Footsteps of ghosts who lived before me, they walk the South Wall legacy, legacy, legacy. And all I can see from my place in this world is that child in me sees the hope that I should cling to. These towers were built in the place I was born, and our mas and dads lived their life under the gaze of guardian, 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 guardian. The mighty ship it arose by me, sailing far across the sea. The stacks that made electricity, standing guard over you and me. And all I can see from my place in this world is the child in me sees the hope that I should cling to. These towers are built in the place I was born, and our mas and dads lived the life under the gaze of guardian, 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 guardian. We walked the South Wall hand in hand. Those two towers are red and white they stand. Thank you.
That was awesome. Wow.
Thanks, Dave.
Is that a 6-string or a 12-string you're playing there? It's good.
That's 6-string, but before that was a 12-string.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Thanks.
those are great songs. They're very powerful. Wow. Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
So I'm going to follow that up with a song about a thunderstorm, which is probably going to be a little bit insignificant. But anyway, one of my interesting facts is that I haven't lived in a country for more than 5 years before I've moved on again. Well, actually, it's not true totally, but I've lived in so many countries in my life. So I've decided that I'm going to sing a song. This next song is going to be a song that I have written about South Africa, because I spent so many years living in South Africa. And I'll end off with a little song that I wrote about Ireland when we lived in Ireland. So there we go. So, but anyway, this one's a bit of a lesson here. So there are 13 official languages in South Africa, of which 2 are white languages and the rest are black languages. The original inhabitants of Southern Africa, the Bushmen, have no official language in South Africa. And the Bushmen speak in a series of cliques. And some of those cliques have been incorporated into some of the black African languages. So the Nguni people, who are the Zulus and the Xhosa and the Swazis and the Ndebele people who live on the east coast of South Africa, have incorporated some of the cliques into their language. So in their traditional religion before the Christians came, Umvelinkangi was the source of all things. So I decided to write a little song about a thunderstorm, and I've called this song Umvelinkangi. The heavens are on fire, a raging livid hue of tempered steel or twilight shades of black and blue. The air roars like a freight train or the crashing of the seas. I feel it hot and heavy with foreboding and unease. The trees like giant dancers putting on a show wave their arms in supplication as the tempest blows. Then all at once the lightning flashes streaks across the sky as the thunder rolls and crashes like an ancient battle cry. Umvelinkangi, Umvelinkangi, Umvelinkangi. The rain, the blessed rain is falling, rain is pouring down. Sheets of dappled water, the magician's silver gown. I hear the rumbling drumbeat on the rooftops on the ground. A deep pulsating rhythm, the cacophony of sound. Are the sweet savanna grasslands touched by summer rain? I know these smells will stay with me forever in my brain. I'm just a grain of sand upon this ebbing, flowing tide of these forces of creation, unpredictable and wild. Umvelinkangi, Umvelinkangi, Umvelinkangi. Baba Moana Waresa Abantu bakho bayezwa Umoya iyasikulela Imvula iyasibusisa Suddenly it's over, the storm has come and gone. The air is fresh and clean again, my world is filled with song. All the birds that hid so silent as they sheltered in the fray now sing their jubilation to the wonder of this day. Velikange, Velikange, Velikange. There we go, Velikange. Thank you very much.
Dave, that was honestly one of the most powerful pieces of music I've ever heard.
Yeah, I love that. That was
Oh, thank you very much.
That was
That was really good.
Lauren kind of said it there, but you captured the fearsomeness of the storm, like as if it was, you know, the way weather sometimes is represented by godheads and stuff like that as you go into further archaic times. And even the way you went there, like Veli, it's just gorgeous. It's almost like you could feel the thunder clouds.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Beautiful.
You got lost in that one, Dave, I think.
You know, what made me write this song was, again, being on these Zoom sessions of the last few years. Sometimes you're on a Zoom session and it's in the Southern Hemisphere, and you suddenly realize that you can't sing a song about the harvest because they're just going into springtime. And so, you know, a lot of my South African friends were reminding me that, you know, and a lot of South Africa is a high felt plateau, and you get these huge thunderstorms that come up. They pop up, and within an hour they're gone, and that's kind of one of the storms that I was trying to encapsulate in that song. Yeah,
That's really good. I like that one.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. I guess it's to me now.
Janet.
It's all you, Otto.
Okay, I'm gonna whack out a guitar because I think I've you know, played enough piano for one night. I do love playing piano, but guitar is my first instrument, piano is my second. So this song is off of the upcoming album that nobody knows is coming out yet.
Except here live at Jeff's place, yes.
Yeah.
Over the internet and everything, yes. Sorry, Dave Stewart.
Yeah, I had a really wonderful experience, which was getting flown to Nashville and tracking a lot of the album there. Although some of it was tracked in my home studio here in South Wales, which is like behind me. But yeah, this song is called Blue Moon, and it's sort of talking about trying to kind of encapsulate moments in songs. I guess this one would be I don't know, just like taking each moment as it comes with someone that you really care about, but also kind of also wishing slightly that each red light would turn, or like each green light would turn red as you're driving them home, just so you can spend a couple extra seconds with them. So this is called Blue Moon. I hope you enjoy. We've been hitting all of the red lights because I wished for time with you, but I don't have a genie and I'm just glad you see me sitting here under this blue moon. I grab my guitar from the backseat, you start to sing along too. We sing in harmony to Bohemian Rhapsody, sitting here under this blue moon. It's all the small moments that make me smile, even if they happen once in a while. I just feel I'm lucky to know someone like you. I'm sitting here under this blue moon. The headlights remind me of constellations and all the wishes that do come true. I wished upon a star, but we're not going far, sitting here under this blue moon. I'm sorry if I get a bit of road rage. I love it when you join in too. We cuss at the strangers, but I'd never change you sitting here under this blue moon. It's all the small moments that make me smile, even if they happen once in a while. I just feel I'm lucky to know someone like you. I'm sitting here under this blue moon. I don't usually go out on a cold night, but if it gets me closer to you, I'll wait till the show is done and even let my motor run, sitting here under this blue moon. Awesome. Thank you.
That was deadly. Really nice.
Thank you so much.
Gorgeous, Otto. Beautiful.
Wonderful. Wow.
I think Jeff was right at the start of this when he said this was going to be a brilliant show. It was fantastic. It's been a privilege playing with you guys tonight, I have to say.
I was just gonna say something like that, John. It really is. This is a special show for sure. It's got like this moody blue vibe. It's really, it's really cool.
Well, I'll take that.
Yeah, it's a really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a great vibe going on here, guys. Thank you.
I'll work with that. Awesome.
Gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to do this song for John. John asked me to do this, so I'll do it. This is a song called I Always Will. And not everybody's fortunate enough to have a teacher, regardless of what it is that you do. Sometimes you just have to teach yourself. But I was fortunate to have a really good one. And he probably wouldn't have been as interesting to other people as he was to me, because we loved all of the same music, and we would sit down. He used to teach a Saturday morning class in the Clondalkin School of Music, and he would break down compositional structures of songs. So we would take a piece like Michelle by the Beatles, or Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum, or You're a Lady by Peter Skellern, or all these different pieces, and he would explain what was happening and how it worked. And I've always been a music theory nerd, and he was my teacher for 15 years. And he got very sick in 2017. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and immediately he was going through very severe chemotherapy. And every time I'd see him, he would get more and more frail. So while he was teaching, I would kind of help him. So we would arrive about an hour early for class, and I would sit down and just kind of play piano, and I would play things he liked, like the Beach Boys and Paul McCartney, Paul Simon, that kind of thing. And sometimes I'd kind of throw in my own compositions, and this one was one that he liked. He was brutally critical, so which I don't know if it's always a good thing, but I felt brought out the good in me. So I didn't write this about him, but when I sing it, I always sing it for him. And this is a song called I Always Will. It's kind of like a little lullaby. Hope you like it. These bicycles are hand-me-downs. Let's race them to the sky. That's how it was on sunny days, my little pal and I. The hours pass like sugar cane when all the world was new. And if it ever rained on our parade, we found something else to do. I'll bet that in 100 years we'll be thinking of it still. Even if you don't, I always will. The years gave more than we could ask when time just passed us by. But I saw the world like an open book, with the apple of my eye. I did not need a lot, you see. Just the simple things would do. Because I felt like I had everything as long as I had you. I felt it from the day we met, and I feel it even still. I love you so, and I always will. But bright blue days can't last too long, despite what people say, because a cloudy sky came rolling by, and it took my pal away. These days I sleep the morning through, and I stay up every night. The picture's as it always was, but the frame's not hanging right. You've changed my life more than you know, in each and every way. And still a part of me believes in time, that you'll come back someday. So I keep your golden wedding ring in my little windowsill. I miss you so, and I always will. I love you so, and I always will.
Yeah, that's the one, Colm. That's the one. That's the one, Colm.
Wow.
That was incredible. I love that so much.
Yeah. Can't hear you, Colm.
We lost your mic there, Colm. Nothing. Huh. You're unmuted.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. We got you
know,
back.
yeah.
We got
Okay.
It
you
was
back.
so good. The microphone just blew up. You know.
Yeah. Thanks, Otto.
That's brilliant.
Wow. So did you write that about somebody?
No, I had seen again the Disney movie Up. It's kind of like a cute love story of like this little old. He's an old curmudgeon, but when you learn the story, you understand why he's so grumpy. And it was one of the only Disney Pixar movies that didn't have a song. It had a piece of music and it was a lovely score, but there was no song. And so sometimes if I have a bit of writer's block, I'll set myself a mental challenge to say, if there was going to be a song in that movie, what would it be? And so I try to write something.
Awesome.
Well, you say that because it kind of reminded me of When She Loved Me from Story. Like it's got that same Disney. It just flowed really well. I really loved that.
Thanks, Otto.
Wow, awesome. Perfect.
Is it me again, or does it work the other way around now? Harry?
No, it's John now.
We're gonna go to John.
Is this the last round? The last round.
Okay.
Awesome. I didn't know we were doing another one. I would have had the guitar tuned ready. Anyway. Oh man. I just got so into that song, Colm. I know what to do. I know what to do. If you indulge me.
No worries, no worries. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, all you guys. It is a great show today.
I want to sing the song for my dad. We lost him to that stupid virus in 2020. And like that. My dad never heard me perform in a professional environment. Or any of my original songs. So anyway. This is just a song. It's just trying to tell the story about how we grew up in Ireland. He was a great teacher and storyteller, and he's a great singer as well. Now, we always had sing-songs in the house and little parties and things like that. But what a character this guy was. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with this one. It's called Hold On, Dad. I'm coming to be with you. The morning you closed your eyes, and I watched your pain disappear, and you flew off to heaven. Off to heaven and left me here. Yeah, you left me here. And I remember walking along and fields with you, and we talked of songs and God and nature, mystery, and he flew off to heaven. Yeah, he flew off to heaven and left me. Summer's golden haze in my memory, and we waited for the train to pass under the bridge, and we flew off to heaven. Off to heaven and left me here. Yeah, you left me here.
awesome. Wow.
I was jamming along on my piano. That sounded incredible. I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. I too wrote a song for my mum, John.
Yeah.
Because she died in January of last year while we were still in the US, and I was unable to get to the UK to see her. But so she never listened to my music either. She just wasn't interested, and so I wrote a song for her. So maybe one of the shows coming up in the future, I'll play that. I'll play that song.
It was a great method for me. It was a cathartic experience
Exactly.
for me. I had to had to get it out of the system, you know.
Yeah. But I promised, because I've got two Irishmen on the show, that I would sing my little song. I was very fortunate to be able to live in County Tipperary for a couple of years. Little town called Nina, and so we actually lived a little bit outside Nina. We lived on the border between Tipperary and Clare in a little town called Ballina.
Oh yeah.
Right next to Killaloo there on Loch Derg. And so that was the days before the N7 was the M7. It was still just a two-carriage road that went from Limerick up to Dublin, and so my wife had two choices to get to work. She could either drive out of Ballina and get to the N7 and turn left to Nina. But sometimes that would take her just as long, because if a farmer was taking his sheep across the street or whatever, or across the road, it could take it. The other route was a little road that went up past Loch Derg and through towards Gary Kennedy and a little town called Portroe, and it was called the Lookout Road because it rose up above Loch Derg, and you had these views over County Clare. And so this is a little song I wrote. I used to go and perform at the Nina Singers Circle. And I wrote this little song called The Lookout Road. So here we go. There's a road they call the Lookout Road. It runs not far from here, in the emerald Shannon Valley, between the trees and the open air. Twisting like a living thing with views that make you stare. And though it runs in Tipperary, you can see across to Clare. So raise your voices, sing along, let hearts rejoice to sing this song. You're nothing but a winding road that runs from Killaloo to Nina. And though I've travelled many roads, you're like no other road I've seen. As I watch your beauty pass me by, you take my breath away. You'll live on in my memory till my dying day. From Ballina past Towntona on the path of the Loch Derg way, there's peaceful Gary Kennedy. What a place to end your day. By Castle Loch and through Portroe and on to Youall Bay. It's no wonder people see you, and it's here they want to stay. So raise your voices, sing along, let hearts rejoice to sing this song. You're nothing but a winding road that runs from Killaloo to Nina. Though I've travelled many roads, you're like no other road I've seen. As I watch your beauty pass me by, you take my breath away. You'll live on in my memory till my dying day. One day I'm going to leave this place. I will leave you all behind. Maybe journey to another land. God knows what I will find. But as my life goes on around me, I will take time to unwind. I'll travel on that lookout road, though it's only in my mind. I will hear the voices sing along as the hearts rejoice to sing this song. You're nothing but a winding road that runs from Killaloo to Nina. Though Though I've traveled many roads like no other road I've seen, as I watch your beauty pass me by and take my breath away, you live on in my memory till my dying day. There we go. The Lookout Road. Thank you.
Wow, that was so nice, John. I just Googled it while we were listening to that song, and of course I spelled it Nina, and to my surprise, that's not how it's spelled. But
Good
But,
man, Harry. Good
that's
man.
I got to get my Irish better. I'm telling you. Wow, that was beautiful, beautiful song. And I saw some pictures of there. It's really a beautiful place. Wow,
Gorgeous, Dave. Yeah.
gorgeous, gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, and thank you, Dave. Thanks for coming, jumping in, and playing today. We didn't officially have his schedule, but he called up, and Lauren put him on, and you're awesome, man. I really, really, you're a keeper for sure. Wow, I feel like you've been here forever. So thank you.
Oh, me too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Thanks, guys.
And thank you, John and Colm and Otto. You guys, this is a special place, to say the least, intimate.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pass the mic over to Otto for his
Grab it
last
from me.
round here.
Go. Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to say thank you again, Harry and everyone for having us and me, and it's always a pleasure to play for you, and thanks to everyone that decides to tune in and spend a couple of minutes of their day in this really relaxed, wonderful environment. It's definitely, as an artist, one that you feel safe in, and you feel like you can pretty much say anything, which is wonderful. But yeah, this is going to be my last song, and it's one that's also new, that's not really out anywhere or anything like that. I like to use these little Zoom sessions as like sort of testing grounds for songs. Yeah. So this song is called. What is it called? That's a good question. Incomparable You. And it's about spending moments with someone and just realizing that those moments that you've spent with that person are completely incomparable to someone else, and to other moments that you've spent, just the complete highlights of the life that you've lived so far. I hope you enjoy. From that night that we spent, I can't keep you off of my mind. I wish that we never went and had to say goodbye. There might be other beds, other stories that I said, but none of them will ever break through to the thoughts that I keep before I fall asleep. The incomparable you. They talk about other faces, a million dreams, a million places, but that's not what I want to do, 'cause none of it comes close, and I guess they'll never know the incomparable you. that this couldn't be. You said that from the start. Back to reality. But I don't want us to part. And although I might laugh till I cry and stare at the clouds in the sky, I know for this to be true that none of it comes close, and I guess they'll never know the incomparable you. There's not a moment to spare, because nothing compares. No, nothing compares to the incomparable you. Thank you.
Very, very nice. Wow.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Love
that's certainly your magnum opus, Otto. That's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Loads of jazz chords.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. I love that one. It's very fun to play.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, Colm, I guess you're going to wind up the show.
Okay. Well, as everybody said, it's always such a special place, and it's so lovely to be here and to share a little time in the evening with everybody. So I'm going to finish on the song that myself and Charlie McGettigan have been peddling for the past couple of weeks, and will continue to do so all the way up until Christmas, and I'm sure beyond. This is a song, I don't know who the company were, but there was a great Christmas ad about 4 years ago of this little old gentleman, and the ad starts off that there's a family member ringing. It's in German anyway. A family member is ringing to say that they won't be there this Christmas, and then that's followed by another phone call, and it goes through the sequences of every Christmas that he'd spent on his own. And I don't know whether it was just something about him lobbing the roast beef onto the plate that just kind of broke my heart, but Christmas time for me I love Christmas, but it always seemed to highlight the things that were imperfect as opposed to perfect. The people we don't spend enough time with, and the things we never go to the lengths we think we would to do. And so when I was writing with Charlie, I sort of had him in mind. Charlie lives in Leitrim in Drumshanbo, and while his family surround him constantly, they're all kind of based up in Dublin. And I just thought that as diligent and as good a son or daughter as you want to be, it's not always easy to just be on the doorstep when you live with a couple of hours in between, and you say you'll do it next week and next week and next week. And I just find Christmas can be a very lonely time for people. And then the song is a duet, so Charlie usually sings the first part. I don't have him under the table, unfortunately, to just pop his head out and sing, so I'm just going to sing his part for him. It's called Dreaming Again. Thanks for listening, guys. It's winter and the trees are all bare on my street, and when snow comes a-tumbling down, I can half make out faces of people I meet as they pass without making a sound. And the radio's playing those wintry old songs, and I wonder, do you hear them too? And I just imagine you singing along those love songs that I sang to you, because I'm dreaming again, dreaming of words that we said now and then, wondering if you even remember them. Oh, I know I'm dreaming again, I know I'm dreaming again. Now it's 2 weeks till Christmas, and you will be home, but will we be together again? Those faraway places way over the phone, they have stolen you from how we've been. And the radio's playing those wintry old songs, and I wonder, do you hear them too? And I just imagine you singing along those love songs that I sang to you. Because I'm dreaming again, dreaming of words that we said now and then, wondering if you even remember them. Oh, I know I'm dreaming again. I know I'm dreaming again. Wonder if you're dreaming too. Wonder if these dreams of mine mean the same to you. Because I'm dreaming again, dreaming of words that we said now and then, wondering if you even remember them. And I know I'm dreaming again. Yes, I am dreaming again. Bottle green eyes and the sound of the rain, songs that we've heard and the places we've been. I know I'm dreaming again. I know I'm dreaming again. Dreaming again. I know I'm dreaming again. I know I'm dreaming again. There we go.
Absolutely awesome.
Wow. Wow, what a show today.
Wow.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. Wow. Holy cow. Jeff, the big man, he's going to have to watch this on the rewind. He was right about today for sure. And every day here at Jeff's place is always, great fun and intimate. And I'm honored to fill his shoes today and grateful for everybody that's here. And Colm, man, that was beautiful.
Thanks, Harry.
So always good. And Jeff and I and Lauren, we have a couple things brewing for, late this year and next year that maybe some of you guys could be part of. We'll make some announcements soon. But all I can say is thank you, and thank you for coming. And hold on one second. I think I got the big man here.
Big man.
Oh, audio problem. Sorry. But thank you again. That's all I can say. I'm going to end the show. I'm going to end the recording. And
Great.
Lauren,
Thanks,
thank
Harry.
you for helping out. Everybody,
Yeah.
you're always welcome here at Jeff's place. I
Thank you
think
so
we're
much.
having a little technical. Lauren, you
Thanks,
good?
Harry. Thanks, Lauren.
Oh, Lauren's mic is out, so she can't say goodbye. So
Oh no,
say
I
goodbye.
can.
Oh,
yeah,
you
I can. My speaker, my earphones were on, but the sound was coming through the computer,
Oh, okay.
and it was interrupting Jeffrey next door. So
Hello.
what?
Oh,
can
there
you
he
do?
is. Here he comes. He's
He's
coming.
here.
He's
He's coming
coming.
to say goodbye. He's coming to say goodbye. But you guys were absolutely incredible. And to all of our audience, I know that there's very special humans here, and I appreciate your patience. What you might not have known, artists, is that once we got in at about 2:02, Zoom went down. And it kept all of us in because we were already in the Zoom and wouldn't let anybody else in. It was totally down. Every Zoom that you tried to enter into got a bad code error, and it lasted until about 2:20. So a lot of our audience was, frantically emailing us and trying to say what's going on. But some of
Emailing
them,
me, yes.
yes, Jeff, I got them from Jeff. But I got a text from Ronnie. She told me something was up. I was like, okay, I better go check what's going on. But We know that everyone who was here appreciated you, and everyone who will see you on YouTube and replay on Facebook or wherever it might be. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for making today awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your time, and nothing but really gratitude and
Oh, wait.
love to you.
Wait. You're in Harry's chair that looks like your chair because you happen to share a picture.
Right.
But are you still in the room with me?
Oh, please.
Oh,
Don't
hang.
do that.
Here too.
Harry's here too. If you come on this side, I'm gone.
Small studio.
Yes, it's a very small studio, one little room, one little window.
I'm usually in my own studio for a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we have
Jeffrey
two
has the
dogs
big.
with us, too.
We have 2 dogs here. Come on, you can trip over yourselves here.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Dave, thank you for making your debut. Otto, continue being your Otto. Colm, we love you. Thank you. And John, thank you so much too. It was I heard some of the show, but it was in a remote way. Guy, and those in the audience, Abby, we're looking forward to seeing you
Next week.
Here next week
With Otto.
with Otto.
Otto's
Oh,
coming
wow.
back. You know that, Otto? Every day you signed up for, we said yes. So if
Oh
you're
my god, I don't know how many days I signed up for.
well, you signed up for 4. So next week is the 3rd, and then there's one in December.
Wow.
Oh my god, okay, cool.
Did you
We
guys
miss
talk-
you, so
did
the
you
more
guys
we get
announce that
you.
we may be doing something live in Nashville.
I
No,
was trying
but-
to when you came in and interrupted us. So.
So Harry and I are going to be flying to Nashville in a couple of weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks on December 15th. We're looking
Crossing
to
your
do it-
fingers.
doing a live show at our friend's studio in Nashville ahead of making a trip to Ireland.
Oh,
That was part of my announcement when I got it interrupted. So there you go. You got it from the man.
So anybody who happened to have been scheduled for the 15th, you have a choice. If you can find your way to Nashville, if we get the studio,
They could virtually visit.
they
Or
could
virtually
virtually
visit,
visit too. Well, we have, it's the Songwriters in the round.
I see.
So we'll see what happens. But we definitely would love to have people there in person if they can, and on video for sure.
We're figuring that out now.
We'll see. But we didn't say anything because you weren't here.
Okay.
Okay. Are we
Love you
making you
guys.
crazy yet? Love
Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Everybody.
Goodbye.
Thanks for coming,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Love
Bye-bye.
you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yay. Thank you, John. I'm gonna end it. Gotta turn it off.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.